Welcome back to
Are We Still Friends?
And that's it. That's the end.
And that's the end of the episode.
See you next week, you guys.
See you next Tuesday.
Every time you say that, I say, you can't say that. And here I go again.
Let me say whatever I want to say.
Okay, you're allowed.
Stop silencing women. I'm kidding.
The audacity.
I know.
I inspired you to put a bun on today. And now I'm
Good.
silencing? I'm perturbed. Remember when I spelled that word so incredibly wrong? Like, can you ever look at me the same?
You guys, there was a word and it was so horribly misspelled.
I know, but like, it was kind of in the ballpark.
Okay, I'll give it to you.
No.
What? What's the
Don't
thing?
tell anyone.
You don't have to give it to her. That
No.
was horrible.
No, I thought she was gonna like break it down for the audience. Like, I don't want anyone to know.
I think that everyone should know.
No.
Yeah.
Listen.
Nah.
You doxing me all the time.
What? Never not once.
She was trying to say vigilant, which is VIGILANT.
No one told me about the G.
Okay? That was a spelling contest. I just won. And she wrote VIDULANT.
I don't think there was an I in there. I think I put I don't even know if there was a U. I'm not sure.
There was.
Like vigilant.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah.
Which makes sense because it sounds like video.
No, now you're trying to make me feel better. No, now you're trying to be like, oh, you're not that stupid. It's okay. No, I know what I did. And I'm embarrassed after saying it that obviously there's a G. Vig. I can hear the G.
Yeah.
I didn't see the G.
Len.
T. Like
Or
Batman.
vigilant.
Like a vigilant.
Yeah.
A vigilante.
Yeah.
I'm going to get better.
Do you
No,
spell
I'm not.
vagina with a D?
Vagina. I rarely spell vagina, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
Like, do you spell vagina often?
Mm-hmm.
No way. To your friends and family? In your text messages?
Maybe not family, but my friends, yeah.
You're like, hey guys.
I just think
Vagina.
it's a great word.
Really?
You should spell it more.
I
This is
say like vag. Or vajiji.
Oh, you do say vajayjay.
Yeah, vajay. Oh, you're vajij? You're vajij.
Yeah. I like that.
Because like vagina, I feel like it's like kind of harsh. It's like, okay, oh, my vagina. Like I feel like I have to enunciate the whole word. I can't just be like vagina. You know, it's kind of like saying like penis in public.
Yeah.
You know, like when you do the penis game. That's kind of how I feel about vagina.
I see.
Would you say someone would think I was immature? Or do you think like I come across like full maturity? Like 50% mature? Like if there's a bottle of maturity and like 100% would be fully filled, where am I?
It depends on what kind of day you're getting you on.
Okay.
You know?
How about today?
I would say you're at about like 50.
Okay, lower than I expected.
You know, but then there's another day and you're like, 75.
Well, maybe as this conversation continues, you'll be like, this bitch is mature.
I know.
I have a feeling like I'm gonna just pull things out of my pocket and be like, well, bam, 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 bam.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna be like, she could be 45. That's how mature she's giving. 65.
You're really tan. I'm like really mesmerized by like this region, like your eyes and up, because like, well, one, your lashes look really good.
Popping.
Yeah. And it's like, look at my eyeballs, you know? And then,
Oh, wow. Is it giving look at my eyeballs?
yeah. And then your forehead's like really shiny and tan.
Oh.
Like you're looking really nice. I don't know if it's because of the blue sweater. It's like,
It's enunciating
it's really,
my features.
very pretty
Thank you.
over there in that region.
Thank you. I honestly, I could use that boost of confidence and I feel really fresh now that you say that. And just to let everyone know, I did tell Aleena how gorgeous she looked today. So everyone knows that this friendship is 50-50. I was literally stopped in my tracks on the way and I was like, oh my God, how can I even come in and do this podcast? It's going to be awkward for me. But no, we're both fuzzy. We're both cozy. We're both cute. I'm getting hotter. What the
What if
hell?
I just dachshund you and I was like, she never said any of those things?
I'd be like, bitch. But seriously.
No, she said that my skin was looking really good and she was wondering if it really was the carrot juice.
I am.
Because she's in it. It is.
Okay.
I do it.
I'll
I
do the
it.
carrot juice now. I'm signing up.
Yeah.
Call carrots because I'm in. I'm sick of this shit. If this is how you look.
It is kind of hot.
I've never been hotter, Aleena. I'm actually sweating balls.
You can't say that.
Oh. Alex? Alex?
What was that?
Just want to grab a pick of the topic list real quick.
How dare you? Because I didn't want...
That is plagiarism.
I'm calling your teacher.
You want to copy off our test and you're just going to take a picture of it and run with it? Like, come on.
You know I like to fool Aleena. You know I like to, whip things out. Like, can't read it. And honestly,
Yeah.
I leave it that way because I don't know how to spell. And
She likes to whip things out.
yeah, I like to, bam. You didn't know there was going to be this topic, did you? Bam.
Look who's immature now.
Yeah.
Me and Alex.
Yep.
You guys are around 30%. 30%
Yeah.
maturity.
Yeah, but I don't know why I took a photo anyway. None of this is legible.
That's my point in writing it. I can't have Aleena guess what's going to go down.
It's really bad. It's really bad. Like,
You guys.
your handwriting, it like deserves to be in an art exhibit.
Well, thank you. It's abstract. What?
Can we talk about hero, please? Because
Yeah.
every time you write it, I think it's Enrique Iglesias. Can I be your hero, baby?
Can I be your hero, baby?
That wasn't right.
No, that was right. Can I take away your pain? Oh, yeah. That's right. That's on point. I know the song.
It's a way different melody than that.
Well, yeah, I was kind of creating my own beat because I didn't want to be copyright infringement.
Ah, okay. Alex,
So I had to.
how about you sing it for us?
Alex?
I can be your hero, baby.
Alex, you were looking at me directly in the eyes when you said it.
I can.
Wow. No, okay. So I have been just noting
So can you just confirm nothing to do with the song?
nothing to do with the song.
We can't wait to see where this goes.
So
I will stand.
copyright infringement. Honestly, I feel like I sound maybe like exactly like him.
yeah.
Not sure. So I've been trying to write things in my notes about motherhood and how I'm feeling because I think number one, I feel like I should be keeping a journal, but I don't really have the time to keep a journal. Like it's not in my, I can't be like, oh, time to journal and whip out my book. So I've been writing things in my notes to kind of settle my brain.
Okay.
To kind of make me feel like if I write them down, I'll feel more at peace with
Will you
myself.
read them later?
Not yet, just because I've just started. And I feel like sometimes if I do that right now, then maybe it'd make me sad.
Okay.
Like it's more of just like to get things out of my brain and then to leave them somewhere else. And then once I feel like I'm maybe on another side, on a happier day, on a bright, shiny morning, then I could be able to reflect and like understand how I was feeling in the moment.
Yeah.
But this has kind of come up for me a lot recently, not just with myself, but with other moms. Like I know so many moms, you guys. It's crazy. Like when I'm with my mom friends, I was actually with my mom friends and this came up. So I was like, okay, I'm going to note and talk to Aleena and see how she feels about it. So hero. This has come up in a lot of ways for me because when I was giving birth, right, I had decided I wanted to try to do a home birth, right? And a lot of people would say to me, don't be a hero. Don't be a hero. And I was always like, that's kind of like a weird thing to say to somebody. And I was like, maybe this is only stemming from this situation specifically. Okay. Like maybe people are so weirded out by this that could potentially be their only response.
Okay.
And then I was over at my friend's house. She just gave birth to twins, an actual hero. And and someone was mentioning that so for her experience giving birth, she had to have a planned C-section because of something that was happening. And she had never actually felt a contraction, which I find so wild. Like our experiences are so different. Like I felt, 12 hours of one and someone wouldn't have ever felt one. Like what, like it's just so crazy how every single birth experience is so different. Anyways, someone had said to her, because like when you have a certain type of C-section, you're given certain type of meds.
Yep.
And there was something that she was like uncomfortable with. And she was like, I think I'm going to try not to take those. Like I'm going to take like maybe Tylenol or something else.
Mm-hmm.
And the nurse said to her, don't be a hero. And I was like, that's such a weird thing to say. Like she just gave birth and she was like, oh, I want to try something else. And then someone's saying, don't be a hero to her. And I just felt like, okay, now I feel like it's come up in a lot of different ways of people trying to say it. And I feel like neither she nor I was trying to be a hero in the situation. Both people giving birth in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
And the same things being said to women or people. It felt really off. Like I don't think any. And then, side note,
Yeah.
I called myself a hero and then I took it back. So this is all happening. People are saying these things. I'm thinking about it. And then my baby was getting up in the middle of the night. Okay. Like say from like 2 to 4, she was like wide awake.
Yeah.
And I would have to get up and I'd walk outside, just walk up and down the street for 2 hours. And I'd be walking with her and I'd be like, wow, I am such a hero. Look at me walking. And then I was on one of those walks and I realized there's probably millions of moms walking right now outside from 2 to 4. Like, you're not a hero. But I was dying because I used that same term that I was like kind of looking down on. And then I used it for myself. And then I was like, oh my God, you're not a hero. And then once I said, you're not a hero, I felt much better from 2 to 4. Like I felt like, oh, I'm just like walking with everyone else. Like, oh, and then I felt like.
You didn't feel good when you said you were a hero?
No.
Why? Because you were saying that you didn't like?
I felt like it was saying that I was doing something special. Like, but I wasn't really doing anything special. It was just like my child was awake at that point and needed somebody to walk with them in the middle of the night, right?
Yeah.
So it's just, I find it interesting how like you can kind of like use words to like trick yourself, right? Like, I don't know. I kept hearing, don't be a hero, don't be a hero. And then the minute I needed it, I was like, you're a hero. You're out here walking. And then I like flipped it again and I said, and it made me feel better to say, you're not a hero. You're walking with millions of other people doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just felt like there's so many things said to us, no matter what our experience is. Like just taking the birth story of like 2 people that had completely separate experiences still having the same thing said to us.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought, I wonder if this is happening to other people. And I wonder if they feel annoyed by that, because it's like, how's anyone supposed to respond? Like, should she have been like, okay, I won't be a hero. Like, let me take something I'm uncomfortable with. Or is it like, don't be a hero. Okay, you're right. I should like not go to do my birth plan. I should do something that someone else is telling me. I just thought it was interesting to say to people in the same situation, both, like that's what somebody would have wanted me to do.
Well, hello.
Hi.
We're taking a quick pause to talk about our next partner, AG1, the daily foundational nutritional supplement that supports whole body health. It's a great nutritional supplement because each little scoop has tons of good things for me, for you, for anyone that wants to drink it.
I love it. How many good things?
So many good things like 75 vitamins, minerals, probiotics, and all the ingredients come from whole food sources, which I know is really big for you.
It is.
Yes.
It's my biggest thing.
I like it because it truly covers all my nutritional bases in one little scoop in one day.
I've always taken vitamins, and staying on top of my health is something that my parents really encouraged as a kid. And it's something that I really hope to pass on to my kids. And AG1 helps you build that foundation first with only 1 scoop a day. I love taking mine in the morning. It's kind of my best time of day. I have my coffee and I have my AG1, and it gives me that extra boost so I can carry a child throughout the rest of the day. And I start my day on a healthier path.
AG1 replaces your multivitamin, probiotic, and more in one simple drinkable habit. You don't have to have tons of different things that you're taking in a day. You can get it all with, 1 scoop. I take AG1 before I work out to give me a little boost of energy. And then I know my body's fueled the right way as I start my day. I do it in the morning. If you didn't
We're both
gather.
morning people.
I know, just like my poo. With a science-driven formulation of vitamins, it was a no-brainer for me to hop on the AG1 train. With at-home delivery too, I never miss a day, and I get travel packs so I can take them with me when I'm on the road.
It's the best.
So if you want to take ownership of your health, try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free AG1 travel packs that I just mentioned with your first purchase. Go to drinkag1.com/stillfriends. That's right. That's drinkag1.com/stillfriends. Go check them out.
Check it out. I feel like I'm rambling.
No, that's what a podcast is.
That's true.
But okay, so my thoughts are, one, was there like a dare type like program for like pregnancy or motherhood where they said don't be a hero? Because it seems like this thing that kind of gets thrown around.
Yeah.
And I feel like there was probably some marketing at some point for like pregnancy and birth of like don't be a hero.
Maybe.
And I think that that's maybe like it's used in hospitals or something, but that's
so, like,
why
makes people maybe feel better.
Yes. So like I think that there's probably some sort of campaign.
That could be very true.
And that's why I got thrown around. And then in terms of the actual saying, I think it does, it's not, I think it's like, it's a simple way of saying you don't have to go through that pain if you don't want to.
That's true.
And I think it's like an easy way for them to, like, basically if someone is second guessing what they're doing,
yeah,
they can feel like assured that they can opt out of it. Like they don't always have to go the hard route and like make things harder on themselves. So it just gives you the option.
I just
like you still have free will to choose to do it if you don't want to, but the nurse or whoever in these situations are giving you an easy out that makes you feel like, yeah, I really am doing this to like be strong right now.
That's true.
But I don't need to be strong right now. And I think it's nice to get that encouragement, in the moment of like, I guess I don't have to do this, because if there is a part of you that is feeling like you have to do it because you said you were going to do it, it just like gives you an easy out.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that like you were using it to make yourself feel better.
Right.
That makes sense to me, because then it's like,
wow, you did it. Look at
like,
you walking
yeah,
outside.
like you should give yourself positive encouragement. It's interesting to me that saying that you're doing it with millions of other people makes you feel better.
It does. Like I would just picture many people
because you
up
feel
at night.
maybe your thing is you want to feel less alone than you do a hero.
Well, I think like
because that brings you more comfort. Like you doing it with other people brings you more comfort, because it's like you're not this crazy person doing this thing. Like everyone's doing it with you.
Yeah.
That brings you more comfort. So I think you instinctively said, I'm the hero, because that's what people have been telling you.
Yeah.
It's this, nurse propaganda.
Oh, I know. All
and
over the place.
You think that that's going to help you make you feel better. But what actually makes you feel better is not feeling alone.
Yes.
And being like surrounded by people that are doing the same thing as you.
Yeah. And I think too, what I experienced like in like a hospital setting, it's like there's all of these people in the room with you, right? Mm-hmm. Which is like kind of already scary and daunting as it is. And you're in
How many people are we talking?
A lot.
How many?
In my room, there was probably at least 10 people.
10?
Yeah.
What is this, show and tell?
It is show and tell, apparently. You have to actually request like that only like certain people can come in.
Did you have like a special?
Well, I was like an emergency. I was coming in hot.
So you must have been like a premiere of some sort.
Yeah. People were like, let's see the crazy.
You want to go in room 210 over there.
Yeah. And everyone just popped on in.
I want there to be no one in there,
I
because
know.
like it's nothing crazy is happening in here that anyone needs to see.
I know. I'm telling you, a lot of people come in. And sometimes they have even like trainee people come in.
No.
And you're like,
this is not a laser in my butthole situation.
No, this is not for training.
No.
This is a real deal.
Where's there a thing that I can fill out for training?
You can have like a birthing plan that you could give your doctor.
Okay.
But I always felt like I was so vulnerable in that situation. And I had like, the thing is like you decide upon a lot of things before. Mm-hmm. And then when you're put in that position and presented with things, sometimes you could second guess yourself, which is like such an awkward thing to walk of like, oh, I told myself I really didn't want to do this. And now I'm in a situation where someone's offering it to me and like, I feel vulnerable and like, do I really want it? Or do I really need it? Or do I want to say no? And so like, I think sometimes it's like, it was really like, cause I did this whole like birthing class, and most people in the birthing class, a lot of people were having hospital births, but we're trying to do it unmedicated.
Yeah.
And so a lot, like every time someone had their child, they would write to us and tell us the experience, like tell us their birth story. And like a lot of people ended up having a medicated birth. But like once you're there and it's kind of like presented to you, you're like, oh, do I want it? Like, is this hard? So it's so interesting because like obviously you had this idea before, and that's like the whole thing about birth too, is like you kind of have to like go with the flow. So that happens too.
A literal flow.
Exactly. The gushing water that's coming out. So you can't like, you want to have like, this is my idea of what I want. And obviously once you're there, this is what's happening is happening. But I think you're probably right. I think this like verbiage of don't be a hero maybe was like the quick way of saying,
I know.
Like if you're uncomfortable and you want out of this, it's okay.
Yeah.
And like, I could understand that from someone that's like in the hospital, especially when it comes to like a C-section. Like that's probably where they cut is probably super hard on you too. But I was getting it more from like friends and like family. It's like
it must have just been something that helped them in a time, and then they're just regurgitating it. But this is why I say that the DARE program really is relevant to today.
I loved DARE
because
as a kid when they came to your school.
Just say no to whatever medicine the nurse is offering you. If you want to be a hero, you don't want to be a hero. Just say no.
I know.
Basically the DARE was just like, don't feel peer pressure.
Yeah. That's exactly.
And if the nurse is peer pressuring you to do something that you don't want to do, you don't have to.
I know.
Her words of encouragement are obviously appreciated.
That's what I should have said. Your words of encouragement are obviously appreciated, and thank you for coming by. But I'm okay.
I know. Alex, did Mariam have anything about?
No, so I looked into that. Yeah, I couldn't find anything about motherhood being a hero.
So quietly.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of it was just more referencing like moms being heroes and stuff like that.
Wow.
Moms being people heroes, but not much about like any kind of campaign. Something about not being one.
I just think it's so interesting how your brain works. Like one second, it's like, oh wait, I don't like that verbiage at all. I don't like that verbiage at all, and then instantly, I'm saying it to myself. Like the next moment.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
I think you did like it a little bit.
I mean, apparently so. And then I was like, you just called yourself a hero, bitch. Take it back. You better take it back.
I know. Being true to yourself.
I know. Anyways, that's something that's popped into my head. Another thing that's popped into my head.
Tell me.
Is I feel like I was thinking about this. Well, I don't feel like this is actually relevant. Because it was going to be so off topic in this motherhood realm.
Okay.
But the general gist, which is going to be even hard to talk about, is like when you look at your life and you're looking back at your life. Okay.
Okay.
How do you break your life up into chapters?
I don't think about that yet.
You don't?
Not yet.
I feel like
you're chaptering your life already?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I just like but it didn't start until I got pregnant, because I like felt like I was almost like having like an out of body experience. Like I like have like me before and I have me after. And I wondered like, how do you like see like a younger version of yourself? Like when you're picturing her, like that's how I almost view myself now. Like I picturing
you've parted ways.
Yes. Like that person like no longer exists.
I haven't parted ways yet.
True, but like when you think about your younger self, do you think you've parted ways with her?
Mm-mm.
No, you still feel her. Like when I think about time, like, do you feel like time just exists? Like when I see like a memory in my head, it's almost as if that memory is like always happening, like on a loop.
What do you mean?
Like it's almost like everything, how I picture a timeline. It's like everything's constantly happening still. Like it exists in that moment and it's always in that moment, but almost like that moment is just still there. Does that make sense?
Like you don't associate with that part of yourself?
No, just like the time, like that time always exists. Like that time isn't like linear, that it just like is there.
You're like picturing alternate realities?
Well, this reality.
Like little Sarah is still playing soccer somewhere right now?
Yes.
How so?
I don't know. That's just like how my mind works right now with time. Like when I picture the littler version of
Really
myself.
advanced.
Is it? Or is that strange? Because now I'm picking up that it's really strange.
You're like doing like interstellar, like
that's how it feels.
Like True
Like to
Detective
me,
time ideas.
that's like in the past.
I've been thinking so much about previous Sarah.
Yeah.
But like when I picture it, what I'm seeing is just still there running.
I think
in a
that's
loop.
your way of connecting with that person. I don't think you're ready to say goodbye to little Sarah. Like little Sarah is still part of you now. And I think
I feel like that whole person is dead.
no.
Yeah.
No, I think that's your like that's your like heart and mind's way of like connecting with that person by like making them live on in an alternate reality.
I feel so separate from her.
But you're not. That is you.
Like I was telling my friend that it's like it's like I see my old self like through a window, but we're living in different spaces. Like I've started a new timeline.
I think you feel like you've created like ultimatums for yourself because you've like had a baby, but it hasn't actually changed anything about you. Like
So different.
I mean, from the show perspective, you're the exact same person that you were a year ago.
I think my hair has been updated.
You got bigger boobs.
Oh my God. I've
You got
so much
stitches on your
hotter.
butthole.
Oh my God. I got a whole new butthole, whole new titties, and a whole new hair.
Yeah.
I'm a new
But
gal.
I think you are like separating like Sarah mom as this new person. But I think there's something beautiful about like, you're still that little person. Like that is you. Like the way you do things are because that is a part of you still. And I think that you look at that person as like living on because you're trying to hold on to the memory of them because you're not ready to close the door on little Sarah. And I don't think you should close the door on little Sarah. I think that you should keep it open because like when you're 60, you should still resonate with
It's not that I don't
6-year-old
resonate.
Sarah.
It's that I just feel like a separate person now. It's like so weird. It's literally like I'm in a house and I'm looking out the top stairway window and I could see that version of myself, but it doesn't feel like she's physically present.
Yeah, it seems like you're disconnected from your
That
younger
seems
self.
like a sad statement, but it's not that sad. Like I'm still like the person I am now, but I feel separate from her.
Yeah. I guess I don't look at it that way. I obviously am different from my 6-year-old self, but I still feel like
You still
that
feel like
person
you.
is me in here and has just grown and changed a lot. I don't feel disconnected from that person.
That makes sense. I didn't feel like this either until recently.
Okay.
Well, until June 2022. And then instantly I felt that way.
I think a lot of change happened for you at a very rapid pace.
Yeah.
And I think it made you feel like you had to disconnect to become this next person.
Well, I said the other day is like, I really feel like I'm grasping at straws with like my identity. Like I have no idea like who I am now comparatively to like who I was a year ago.
Yeah.
Right. Because it's like nothing in my life looks the same. Like there's no similarities.
Yeah.
So it's like
It's a lot of change really fast.
Yeah. Within less than a year.
Yeah.
So it's just like I feel maybe but I felt like that instantly. Like when I was like pregnant, I was like, wow, I feel separate. Like I feel almost like a whole new person now. It's like it just like felt like that like right away.
Yeah.
Which was weird. Like I didn't even feel that like once I had the baby, once I became a mom. Like obviously you're a mom once you get pregnant. But I just meant it's weird to instantly feel that way. I don't know.
But I mean, everything happens for a reason. So maybe you needed to let go of some of that
That's true.
young little Sarah to become adult Sarah.
I know.
Our minds are a crazy place. I think it works for you, but I think that there is some benefit to like connecting with your younger self because it's like when we did that, advice to our younger selves episode, like I guess, you did kind of sound like you didn't really connect with that person anymore. Like it was like a distant memory.
Yeah.
But that person is what made you who you are right now. So like the way that you talk, the way that you joke about things, the way that you see things, it's like, it's all part of your upbringing and like who you were and how you grew up. Like it really does shape you. So like just because the last year has been really like a complete 180, which I always mess up. I always want to say 360, but then you're just getting right back to the same place.
Every time I want to say 360.
I know.
And
180.
I'm like 180.
Yeah. It's like a complete 180. So I think like you felt like you needed to emotionally just like detach to like get ready for this next phase. But it's like, it doesn't have to be so black and white. Here we are, friends. We're taking another break from this episode to talk about our partner, OneSkin. Did you maybe have a little bit too much sun this summer?
Every summer.
It's no secret that UV rays can take a toll on our skin. You know that. I've told you that. I taught you that.
I didn't know before you.
Crazy. And it leaves your skin dry, tired, and just like less vibrant.
I know.
If you want to hit the undo button, undo.
I do.
Yeah.
Undo.
On the UV-inducing aging, say hello to OneSkin, your secret weapon against the summer's toll on your skin. OneSkin is the world's first skin longevity company. OneSkin addresses health at a molecular level, targeting the root causes of aging. So skin behaves, feels, and appears younger. You really want to feel good in your skin.
You do.
So it's time to get started with your new face, eye, body routine, all at a discounted rate. Get 15% off with our code STILLFRIENDS at oneskin.co. That's not .com.
No.
That's oneskin.co.
That's 15% off oneskin.co with code STILLFRIENDS. We only have one body, one skin, and only you can choose to make it better. Age healthy with OneSkin. And oh my God, you guys know I love skin. I'm obsessed with it. I love anything skincare. And as we get older, our skin ages and it becomes just less durable.
Getting to the root of the issue would be a little bit more logical than just lathering yourself with lotion to fix the problem in the short term.
Exactly. And most skincare available on the market is designed to provide temporary reduction in visible signs of aging, addressing the surface level symptoms of an underlying decline in skin health.
That's why OneSkin is great, because it's created on a molecular level and it's all about science first. So this powerful molecule called the OS1 peptide helps your skin cells efficiently repair damage, reducing cellular senescence. Those are basically zombie cells. They're like the dead cells that are building up in your skin, and they're the main cause of aging.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah. So if you reduce all those senescent cells with something like the OS1 peptide, then it allows your skin to have more youthful, healthy cells.
This is really relevant now as my Caucasian skin has gone through a rough summer. So why not help your skin undergo its own transformation with OneSkin?
Their products work tirelessly to repair, rejuvenate, and erase the signs of summer damage, which we know happens, ensuring that you step into fall with the healthiest skin of your life.
Head over to oneskin.co and explore how their products can become your skin's new savior.
OneSkin is the world's first skin longevity company. OneSkin addresses health concerns at a molecular level, targeting the root causes of aging so skin behaves, feels, and appears younger. It's time to get started with your new face, eye, and body routine, whatever works for you, at a discounted rate today. If you go to our link, oneskin.co, you'll get 15% off with our code STILLFRIENDS. That's 15% off oneskin.co with our code STILLFRIENDS. We only have one body, one skin, and you can choose to make it better. Age healthy with OneSkin.
I love it. Go check it out. I think what's interesting too is like I found so much comfort watching other people's pregnancies and like other people in like the first months, because it like I can attach more like the way I wanted to, right? Like I didn't necessarily enjoy being pregnant, but I can get so much fulfillment out of like watching somebody be pregnant because I'm like so excited for them. Yeah. But it's so interesting looking back. It's like I wish I could have felt, wasn't that I wasn't excited, it's that I felt so shitty that it like was hard to be excited because I felt so sick. That like that wasn't what I pictured for myself.
Yeah.
So I feel like, oh man, I almost got the experience that you think about, because I always like dreamt about being a mom.
Yeah.
Like you're thinking about this experience, you're so excited, and then to like not have it fulfilled in that way, it's almost just like, ugh.
Yeah.
I don't want to be sick.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, like you said, we were told lies.
I know, but watch, you're going to be pregnant tomorrow and you're going to be like, this is amazing.
I felt the best. I was glowing.
Oh my God,
like
you're going to glow so much. I'm going to be over here. I'm going to be chugging carrot juice the entire time you're pregnant, just like trying to match the glow.
Well, you are glowing.
That's true.
You've got summer glow.
I know. I am tan. I have been walking outside a lot.
Yeah.
Getting my exercise on, if you will.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Well,
that's my mental state of the day. You're welcome.
I appreciate it. It's very intricate. And I don't think I've felt that before.
Just you wait.
I know.
That was my favorite thing that people said while I was pregnant.
No, no.
Just you wait.
I'm like, that's what I'm looking forward to least, because it's like everyone I know has already had kids. So it's like, okay, yeah, terrible ones and terrible twos and
It's
terrible.
so
it's like,
annoying.
yeah, I know I'm going to lose sleep. I just don't tell me about it.
I know.
Just.
I always like to say it's even better than you imagined.
Yeah. Sorry, my foot is like just real.
I love
tight.
touch foots.
Okay.
Because like I know, like I still, you know how I feel about it.
Yeah. No.
It's even better than you imagine.
Alex, do you associate with your younger self?
Yeah, so I think that something that you had said is a good point about wanting to feel that association. And I didn't really think about it much, but something that my therapist said is like a good way to comfort yourself or to soothe yourself is to try to imagine like the little you and like comforting little you. So like, yeah, I think that what Aleena's saying about trying to feel that connection, although it can feel like a separate chapter, because I do the same thing you do. I chapter my life in like where I was living.
Yeah.
You guys out here chaptering.
Oh yeah.
I'm
big chapter.
Is it because you read books?
It could be because we read books. Maybe our brains just like I'll always chapter like, oh, it's like this section.
Yeah. I usually do it by where I was living at the time. But yeah, she says it's a good thing to do to like comfort like baby, like not baby you, but like little you. Like imagine the little version of you and saying like it's like just comforting words to them.
When I'm sad, I think about baby me all the time.
Yeah. You do?
Oh yeah. I honestly, like, let's not even talk about the Roman Empire. Like, let's talk about baby me. I think about baby me.
You just want to give her
once a day.
Baby you is your Roman Empire.
Yeah. And then Titanic once a week.
Think how good of a mom you're going to be because of all your experiences. Like, because you've seen.
Well, because that's one of the things that they're saying is that, like, you know, the issues that you had as a child, like when you get anxious as an adult or stressed out as an adult, those can feel like they come through somehow. So you have to realize that it's like you have to soothe, you know, whatever happened to you as a kid and be like, no, like this, like whatever anxiety it was caused by or whatever like that. You have to imagine like that's like you being triggered by this isn't necessarily the issue. It's really like, it's like sending you back to like you being a kid and being anxious about something else. And like so you have to think of yourself sometimes as a little kid to soothe it, even as an adult.
You know what?
Trying to trace back all these things.
This is just me trying to,
please,
you know,
jump in, my God.
Figure out your brain right now. What if little Sarah had no sadness? Little Sarah had no anxiety. Little Sarah had no overthinking.
None.
So what if, because now you're entering this anxiety, overthinking chapter of your life, you really don't resonate with that person because you guys think completely differently.
I know.
And like for me, I think in over anxiety and all those stuff. So I feel connected to myself. I feel actually more like looking at baby me helps me understand why I am the person I am today, because I'm like, oh, okay,
you can see it.
I know why I have OCD.
Yeah.
Like I know why I have these things because it's like I had it as a kid.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm just a you know, grown up, more mature version of what I was then that understands myself a little bit better, but some of the deeper issues are still all the same ones I had when I was younger. Or like if I get embarrassed, you know, or I'm shy or any of those things, I'm like, oh, this is like little me. Like I can relate to it. Mm-hmm. But like you didn't have those things that you had to think about in that way. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you did at some points, but overall.
But on such a low level scale. Yeah. Like we all have like those embarrassing moments. We all have nerves. But it wasn't, I didn't feel anxiety the way that I would say that I feel anxious now. Yeah. You know, and like a lot of
and maybe like you said, it's always been there, but you've just suppressed it. And so you haven't had enough of a thing where you have to deal with it. It's like now you have a whole life change. So you have to deal with it. Yeah. And it doesn't feel like you because that person didn't think about those things. Whereas like little me cried. Right. Little me was anxious. Little me did all the same things that I do now that are tough. You know,
I know.
Wow.
And we've talked about, Sarah, your tendency to compartmentalize. So that definitely plays into a factor of that.
I feel like chaptering is partially compartmentalizing.
Yeah. That's true. It's just a way to compartmentalize.
stop putting everything in a box.
I know.
Yeah, you're like blocking yourself off from yourself by saying like, oh, that was a different person, because you're still the same person. You're still
Yes,
you're
that's
still the
true.
confident little bad bitch
I was
girl.
wearing that butterfly tank.
Yeah.
She was cute.
I mean, you're still the same as when I first met you. Like, I don't look at you as a different compartment or chapter
That's
as when I first met you. Like,
I think my insides just feel different. My outsides are getting better, you guys, but my insides. No, I just think like it's. I've been telling myself too. It's like this is just a season. Like this is just like, you know, what's happening in your life right now.
yeah,
I just don't want to, like I was telling you, like I just don't want to miss out on these days. Like even if they're harder, you know what I mean? It's like I just still want to be. I want to get little bits and pieces. Like I don't want to just.
I think because you're dealing with something you've never dealt with before, you're trying to figure it out so you can
I'm
move
trying
on.
to figure it out.
And sometimes you don't need to figure it out. Like
That's
sometimes
right.
you can just feel like your life is very different from what it was 2 years ago, but not make it deeper than that. Like,
Yeah.
wow, that's a beautiful thing that I was able to adapt and change my life around so quickly to like welcome this person into this world. And like,
That's such a good way of putting it. I feel like I'm like on a couch every single week. Like you're like giving me like really good advice.
nice.
And yet like I'm like, oh right, like that's such a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's what friends are for.
God, you're really gonna give great advice to your future child.
I hope so.
Yeah, you are.
Thank you.
I'm excited for you.
But
In 3 to 10 years, who knows?
3 to 10.
We'll see. Whenever you're ready. No pressure. But get pregnant. No. Isn't
know,
that
I
funny?
need
People
to.
do that. They're like, oh, it's so... But you should really get... Like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
They do that.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
you should.
Yeah.
I'm a whole different person and I'm
Well,
losing my fucking mind over here.
yeah.
But I'm excited for you.
Yeah. So when are you going to have it? It's
Yeah.
like, I mean,
You're like, tomorrow. Can't wait.
Can't wait. After everything I've seen and heard, like, sounds like a joy.
Well, it's nice for you because you got to see your sister. And I think that's just such a leg up. Like...
Well, and I've been around so many kids. So, like, I've held many a babies.
You're a baby holder.
Yeah, I'm a baby holder pro.
I know.
I
You're in there.
I
You're
hold
first in
I hold my
line.
niece with one hand.
Oh my God. One hand? I
I
don't
know.
even do
You
that.
can't-
It's insane.
Well, you can, like, I feel like you can't hold anyone else's baby with one hand
No.
only. Like, that's like a rule.
Ballsy.
Yeah.
If I saw somebody pick up my baby with one
I'll
hand,
hold her with one hand. I'll just roam around.
no. I would grab my baby back. Wait, you weren't even holding my baby when you met her.
Why? I know you're a little bit more sensitive.
I would have let you hold my baby.
I know, but I didn't want to give you anxiety.
Well, that was a nice thought of you. That was a nice
Because
thought
at the
of you?
time you had told me that you were worried about people dropping
Tripping
her,
with her? Oh
and
my
I didn't
God.
want you to think about me tripping with her.
Hard times that was. The amount of people I saw tripping in my head, it was just a constant loop of trips. I was like, Jesus Christ, unplug all the plugs. My God. You can hold her now, but she's a whole different baby. She's got her neck, she's got her back, she got her tummy.
Have you been giving her tummy time?
Not as much as I should. Because it's just like, she doesn't seem to be liking it that much. Okay, we can stand. But I'm supposed to be doing the tummy time.
Yeah, give her tummy time.
Yeah. I always get nervous on here talking about it because I feel like people are going to be like, Sarah, was she on her tummy? I'm going to be pissed. I'm like, I'm sorry.
No,
Not on her tummy.
they can screw off.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Aleena. Thanks for defending me.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you. I'm going to come over here and make sure your baby's getting on their tummy too.
Oh yeah.
We can put both of our babies on their tummy together.
I can't wait to show you my kid eating McDonald's.
Aleena.
Blending it up like formula.
At what age?
I think I do it like 3.
Whoa!
Like, dude, if I get to experience the beauty of McDonald's, like they should get to experience it too.
Listen, I understand your point. Oh my God. I can't wait
What's
for
a
this
fast food
picture.
that they can eat?
What?
What's a fast food?
My
that-
baby? Your
Like-
baby.
I mean, I guess my baby. I think that's none for you.
I guess In-N-Out I would be okay with.
What about Taco Bell?
No. Taco Bell has to wait till college. That's when I got my first Taco Bell.
Okay.
But we'll go and get the hot sauce. Like I was saying, the hot sauce.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure Corbin was fucking looping around the drive-thru with Chick-fil-A. I think he went to like 3 Chick-fil-A's the other day trying to get that pimento cheese sandwich. So yeah.
Oh, is it good?
Yeah,
Did he like
fucking
it?
loves it. He's got it twice so far. So I think my baby's going to be in line for Chick-fil-A probably pretty immediately.
Yeah.
But I hear that's kind of healthy. Chicken's healthy.
Yeah,
right?
it's fine. It's fine. You know. you know. I did have a question for you. It's been on my list for months.
Is it Ketchup Kid?
Oh, nice job.
Thank you.
Bringing up Ketchup Kid.
And
I want to know if you guys want to know about Ketchup Kid just as much as Sarah does.
I'm dying to know.
I know.
I look to the audience like they could see me. You guys too? You guys?
So who dresses Little Way? Like, who is in charge of her fashion? Is it you? Is it Corbin?
One of my mom's friends just buys her a lot of onesies. And so I just put her in whatever onesies. I haven't purchased any clothes for her.
Wow. I won't. I can't
That's
wait
a
to.
bold-faced lie. Okay. Corbin's vendor, I just remembered. Corbin's vendor, like way back in the day, gave us a gift card for like a little baby boutique when we lived in the Gundo.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Miss El Segundo. And we went in there and bought baby clothes. I don't think she has worn one thing that we purchased in that because everything we bought,
She outgrew.
not even that. It's just like not baby friendly. It was like all cutesy shit.
Yeah.
That like I thought I would dress my child in. Do you know how hard it is to get a onesie on that baby? Put a onesie over her head or change the onesie if she poops in said onesie. I'm like, I ain't gonna change you more than once. I'm only gonna dress you in things you like.
Yeah.
Maybe buttons up the middle, nothing over the head. I used to think I was gonna go balls to the wall with some cute ass shit.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
will not.
So has Corbin ever put on an outfit of hers and you're like, what's happening here?
Sometimes he'll put on outfits, this is rare, that are in the too small bin. And he's like, oh, it fits fine. I'm like, she has a camel toe. There's no way I'm leaving her in this because it's looking like it's like tight, you know?
Yeah.
It's really because her diaper's too big. But I'm fine with all
So
the
has
onesies.
anyone ever put her in an outfit and you're like,
You know
what?
Mhm.
What the hell is that?
It's not an outfit. I don't like bows. If anyone brings her down the stairs with a bow on her head, bring that baby back up. Do something again. Bring her back down. Not
Okay. So it's like a fashion show at your house.
yeah.
So, but are you happy with how you dress her?
Could she have better sense of style? Yeah. But I'm putting her in things that I'm comfortable putting her in. Not necessarily the best looking clothes.
Okay. So has like grandpa ever put her in anything and you're like, those don't go together at all?
Yeah, sometimes that happens.
Okay. And do you say anything?
Nope. Like she could be wearing like a purple top and like green pants. And I'm like, well, it's on her.
Barney.
It's gonna be on her for the rest of the day. That's
Wow.
it. She ain't changing.
That's really nice of you.
Do you picture yourself make sure that your child is dressed appropriately
Oh yeah.
in cuteness?
Oh yeah.
I can't wait.
I've bought so many kids' clothes over the last few years for all the babies I know.
And you've seen them in those clothes?
And I've seen them in those clothes
Okay.
and they're cute. And I'm like,
What age range though? Are we talking 1?
1 to 5.
Okay. See, that's a whole different situation. Okay. Before 1,
It doesn't really matter.
oh no. I mean, it matters because your baby hates putting on clothes.
Oh yeah.
So that's the issue.
Yeah.
Like I want her to be, rocking some cute jeans, baby jeans.
Yeah.
She's not ready. She
No,
can't
no,
even
no, no.
stand.
It's onesies only.
It's onesies only.
Bailey taught me about, not
Fashion?
taught me, but like magnetic onesies.
Oh, all the rage. I wish Way had a magnetic onesie.
Yeah.
I heard about him a little too
Yeah.
late.
Yeah.
And now I'm just
It's past.
I'm already
You could get it
through.
for yourself.
I told you I want to wear baby's clothes.
I know. That's why I'm suggesting it.
I would love to be in a onesie all day.
Do it.
The only thing about that is when you pee.
Yeah. It's like a romper situation.
Yeah. And then you're fully naked. And like being fully naked right now sitting on the toilet is just like, pass.
Yeah.
You know?
pass, Yeah.
It's like the whole
Being in
ensemble.
the tub with the water not in there.
Still one of my biggest regrets on the podcast. Like I have a lot of regrets. I don't have that many regrets.
You said that you're going to cut a lot of stuff lately.
That was a regret.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
so,
worried.
so you haven't, yeah. Okay.
No.
Do you want to talk about when somebody mistook mistakenly called Little Way a
Oh
boy?
boy. Oh my God.
Maybe that's why people are throwing bows on her.
Hey.
Well, I think that's a universal.
Listen, I don't want to
My baby is
yuck
a girl.
somebody's yum. But
Yeah.
big ass bows are so stupid
I
on
agree.
babies' heads.
I agree. But if you put her in a blue outfit,
I know.
how are they?
I know.
Not that I don't think she looks like a boy at all.
How could you? She's so dainty.
But like, compare her to a boy of her age.
I know. It's hard
There's
with
nothing.
babies.
There's nothing distinctly. She doesn't have a
I know.
pigtail. She doesn't have anything with her hair.
Now I've started to put you saw that pic. There's a
Yeah.
clip in. There's a bow. That's a clip-in bow. I just don't like the headband bows.
Yeah.
So let me clarify. I don't mind a bow in the hair.
Yeah. So how did you respond when? Did you correct or did you?
Yeah, I corrected.
You did? I'm
Yes,
shocked.
I
What did you
corrected. I was like, she's a girl. And he goes, oh, I'm usually really bad at guessing. And I was like, it's fine. And I walked away.
say? It wasn't.
Dead to me.
I correct people when they say it about Ollie too.
Oh.
So I know I'm gonna correct a kid.
Oh, yeah. I mean, sometimes it's easier. I guess, no. I don't love pink. So I'm not putting it on a ton of pink. Like when I was registering for baby clothes, I was like, there's some pink on there. I'm like, the blue looks cooler.
Yeah.
So it's my doing. It's my
No,
fault.
it's not your doing. It's just like I think babies from a certain age, like 0 to 1, they all look the same.
I know.
There's nothing.
All the ones
Like-
are generally the same. Like unless
Yes.
you're doing like, hey, I'm a princess.
Yeah.
Then
How are you gonna know?
I know.
To just call him a baby.
And this was like an older man, so it's like,
Yeah, he probably felt
he
so
has
bad about it.
glasses.
Probably made him cry.
I hope he cried because I cried. I didn't, but I was upset.
Yeah.
But do we even talk about?
We got to the first
Oh.
topic.
I really wanted to know about the second topic
Yeah.
and the fifth.
And the 6th. You said you really want to know
Oh
about the
my
6th.
God, the seventh.
Oh, no, we're not talking about the 7th one. When you wrote that down, I was like,
You're kidding.
not happening.
Wait,
We've talked about it enough.
but you're right. But eighth would have been great. Actually, I have no idea what I wrote
I
there.
can't even see
Oh,
it.
I know what I wrote.
Give me a hint for 8.
Lens.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No. All right. Well, that concludes our episode. We are going to continue on in Are We Still Talking, which is our bonus section.
We chat more.
We chat more
We
for
keep
30 minutes,
chatting.
maybe some more. You can find that at patreon.com/AWSF pod. We can't rate. Actually,
we can't
rate us.
Oh yeah.
Rate us.
But in a nice way.
Rate us in a nice way on Apple Podcasts.
Rate us like, are we
Rate
really
us 5.
cute?
Actually, you guys write the greatest things on there. I commend all, 500, all 500 of you. You guys write
Thank you guys.
really beautiful things. They make us
We
chuckle.
appreciate it.
And go rate us on there if you're on here and you like what you see.
If you're on here, if you're on there, if you're checking it out,
Yeah,
rate us.
just go rate us.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. This week on the bonus.
So 2 things. His dick is huge. He be prancing around like a horse is dancing.
Yeah.
Okay.
No one's doing prison escapes like this.
I'm going to go back there. I'm going to pump my boobs.
He doesn't realize he's telling on himself every time he brings this up.
It's not equivalent at all.